this video, we have a very important grammatical rule which is used almost all the time by all the English speakers. You know from the title that it's going to be about modal verbs, must and have to. Modal verbs are very common. If you activate them, if you truly be able to learn them in a way that you can bring it naturally into your speaking, modal verbs are some helping verbs that come with the main verb and they add a certain meaning to the sentence and the main verb. Okay, they have different meanings, they add different meanings like possibility, like ability, like permission, like obligation, things like that. A lot of different meanings. That's why we say you could communicate a lot more with modal verbs because there's a lot of meanings you can. By activating them, you will become a lot more fluent. And they're not really that hard and complicated. They're really simple and easy to use. So far, we've covered some of the most important modal verbs like can and could, like may and might. In this video specifically, we're going to talk about two of the other modal verbs that are also very important and very common. Must and have to. Must and have to are a little bit more tricky than may and might, can and could. They're used a lot in English, but they're used differently. Is the idea of obligation. Looks scary, obligation, but it's a word that you should know. It's a very common word you need to learn and activate. Obligation means when you have to do something. Do it. You know, this is obligation. You have to do it. You should do it. They generally have the concept and the meaning, and they add this meaning to the sentence that they're used in. The meaning of obligation. Do it. You have to do it. You should do it. You must do it. Do it. This is obligation, okay? You are to do something. You're supposed to do it because it's important, it's a necessity, it can be a rule, or it can be a system that tells you you should do it, okay? This is obligation, the idea of obligation. Well, must and have to, they both talk about obligation, but a little bit of different kinds of obligation that we're going to understand them through their meaning and through the different usages of them. Well, must is often stronger and more formal and more dramatic. Must and have to, they both mean that it's necessary to do something. It's important and necessary to do something. So do it. You know, this is kind of the concept and the meaning that must and have to both have. Must adds the meaning of strong necessity. Strong necessity. You do something. It's important. And also personal obligation. Something that comes from within, from inside you. It's a kind of like maybe it's a realization. You're like, I must do this. Or like feeling, you feel like I feel like I must go to school. I realize this. I realize that this is necessary for me. So I must go. You know, it is coming from inside. Have to, on the other hand, is used almost all the time. Is more casual and used in daily conversations. It basically adds the meaning of something that needs to be done. Something that needs to be done. So I have to go to school. It has to be done. I don't, for example, come to the realization or I'm not like thinking or feeling like I must go to school, you know? It's like I have to go to school. School tells me that I have to go to school. Something that basically needs to be done. Let's read the examples. Strong necessity or personal obligation. Strong necessity, you must do something. You must. Strong obligation. Do it. You must do it. Strong obligation. It's very strong and formal. Do it. You must do this. Personal obligation, like when you realize, when you're thinking and you realize, you feel this. You feel like it's necessary for you to do something. You feel like this is necessary for me to do. So you say, I must go to school. I must exercise. I think I must exercise. It's good for me, for my health. I'm thinking and feeling like I must do it. It's necessary for me to do it. And for strong deduction, when you are sure about something. For strong deduction, you're really sure that this is true, okay? So you say, it must be Sarah. You must be upset. I'm sure that you're upset. It's like you are sure that she's upset based on the evidence that you have. For example, I said that thing the other night. I'm so sorry. You must be upset. That means that based on the evidence, I know and I'm sure that you are upset. Strong deduction, right? So That's when we use must. Let's go through examples to understand this better. You must wear a helmet when riding a motorcycle. Here it is a strong obligation. You must do this and wear a helmet when riding a motorcycle. This is like a rule or very dramatic and important and dramatic thing that you need to do because of your safety. So you must wear a helmet. This is serious, right? I must finish this report before tomorrow. I must finish this report before tomorrow. So you're thinking, and this is a feeling, this is personal obligation. You feel like, okay, before tomorrow, which is the deadline, I need to finish this report. I need to finish this report. So I'm thinking and I'm feeling like I say, I must finish this report. It's necessary for me to do it. I have to do it. It's my personal feeling and understanding that I must do this thing. So it feels very important to me. So I must finish this report before tomorrow. Like something that comes from inside of you and you feel like you must do it. It's good for you. It's necessary for you. You feel like it's important to you and you need to do it. So this is when you say, I must, for example, finish this report before tomorrow. I must exercise. I must take a shower. I must see her before she leaves. I must go to school tomorrow. I must talk about that thing to my teacher. I must do this. I must do that. Personal obligations. And also deduction. That must be Sarah at the door. I recognize her voice. My evidence, I recognize her voice. So Sarah rings the bell and I hear her voice telling, for example, open the door. So I recognize it's Sarah. Now I'm sure that it's Sarah. So I say, it must be Sarah. I recognize her voice. It must be Sarah. It must be Sarah. Or maybe I know that the only one who would come to my house right now is Sarah. So I would be like, it must be Sarah. I'm sure that it's Sarah. It must be her. I'm almost sure that it's Sarah because I've recognized her voice. Let's talk about have to, usage and meaning. External obligation or necessity, often based on rules, laws, and the situation. And it's more neutral, more, casual than must. Now let's go through the examples of have to. I have to go to school. I have to go to school. I have to go to school. School expects me to go to school. The rule, school tells me. It's like from outside, do it. So I have to go to school. I have to go to school. I have to wash the dishes. I have to clean the room. My mom tells me, or like the situation tells me. It's like, I have to. I have to. So basically something that needs to be done, we use have to. We don't go dramatic with that like must. Simply it needs to be done. I have to go. So for example, you're talking to a friend and your mother calls you. So you're like, I have to go. Sorry, I call you later. My mom's calling me. I have to go. I have to go. I have to go means that something that basically needs to be done. And it's from outside. So I have to go. Obligation, more casual, and basically it needs to be done. By first of the month, the agreement that I have and the situation tells me that, you have to pay your rent. So I have to pay my rent. It needs to be done. It's obligation and necessity. I need to do this. I have to pay my rent by first of the month. I have to pay my rent by first of the month. It needs to be done. I have to pay the rent at the end of the month. I have to. It's necessary. It's a rule. It's the way it works and it needs to be done. We have to stop at the gas station. Very casual. We have to stop at the gas station. It needs to be done. It's necessary. The car needs fuel, so we have to stop by the gas station. Or you can't continue. Do you have to work this weekend? Do you have to work this weekend? Do you have to work this weekend? You have to work this weekend. You should do this. It is necessary to do it. And it needs to be done or not. So very casually. Do you have to work this weekend? Less personal about work. It's about workplace and the rules it has. You have to come to work, or for example, at school, you guys have to wear this uniform. It's a rule, or it's the way it needs to be done and it needs to be. So I have to do this. I have to wear that uniform. I have to go to work at the weekends. I have to do this. I have to do that. It's less personal. Usually imposed by work or schedule. Now let's have this quick summary. Must is for strong personal obligation and deduction. I must lose some weight. Like, I must lose some weight. Or I must see her tomorrow. I must talk to her. She really needs me. It's coming from inside. Also a strong necessity. Like, you must wear that thing, or you must leave. You must do this. Very strong and very dramatic. Logical deductions. I talked to her. She was really angry. She must be upset with me because of the things I told her. For example, you are like drawing this conclusions, this logical conclusions, and you say that, okay, I know that this is happening, and I know that this is the situation. I'm sure that, for example, she's upset with me, or I'm sure that this has happened. I'm sure that it's Sarah. So because of the evidence you have, I recognize her voice, or we talked the other night and she was really upset with me and she got angry. So, you're drawing conclusions and you're saying it must be because of that. It must be this, it must be that. I'm almost sure that it's because of that, or it is that. Have to, simply something that needs to be done, more casual in everyday use and everyday tone. It's external obligation and it needs to be done. It's necessary to be done. You have to wash the dishes. I have to wash the dishes, right? She has to work all night because of her work and schedule and the situation she has to work all night. It is necessary for her. So if you want to talk about obligation, something you need to do and it's necessary to do, that is more casual and like it's external and more casual and it needs to happen simply, you can use have to. I have to go to school. They're both used very commonly and in different situations. And thank you so much for watching. If you want structured and consistent lessons of English, vocabulary, and grammar like this one, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye!